BeFreeCBD.com joins forces with Championship Wrestling to bring you the all-new Championship Wrestling Podcast. And here's your host, Dustin Starr, featuring special guest, founder of Be Free CBD, Daryl Bird. Here we go!
Body aches gone, leg pain gone, back pain gone, relaxation on.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to episode 43 of the Championship Wrestling Podcast, presented by Be Free CBD. It's Halloween week! Oh yeah! Happy Spooktacular Monday. This Saturday is the big day. It's our drive-in Spooktacular presented by Pro Shingle on Halloween Day at 3 p.m. Thank you for joining me today. I am Dustin Starr, and I'll have everything you need to know about what happened on Saturday's Championship Wrestling presented by Pro Shingle, what to expect on Saturday's Halloween edition of Championship Wrestling, and last but not least, all the details of our live event coming to Memphis this Saturday. And joining me here today to talk all about it is my lovely Maria, and more on her in just a moment. We have a lot to catch up with on her, but before we dive in, this podcast is presented by BeFreeCBD.com. That's the letter B, freecbd.com, and be sure to go and follow them at BeFreeCBD on social media, and follow at CW30 Wrestling. I'm at Dustin Starr, and today's guest is at the Maria Starr. And here's what we have on the schedule for today's podcast. We have a lot of fun events coming up that are socially safe and socially responsible, and we want to see you there. Everything from our free AEW Full Gear Watch Party at Dave & Buster's to free pro wrestling trivia at Sidecar Cafe just 1 week from today. We'll take a good look at the calendar of what's coming up for Championship Wrestling. I'll have the full rundown here in just a few moments. Plus, we're going to recap the highlights from Saturday's Championship Wrestling presented by Pro Shingle. And Saturday, we learned that Nikko Marquez's new contract with CeCe Chanel was not a contract to wrestle. Believe it or not, it was a contract to be his personal assistant. Oh boy. Heather Monroe and Houston Body were none too pleased, and that led to a special Halloween challenge. We're going to see our first ever body bag match. Well, excuse me. It's our first ever Houston body bag match. And not only that, but Nikko Marquez has a mystery opponent for Heather Monroe. Who in the world is this going to be? We also had several great matches, including the return of the neon phenomenon Anthony Idol, and our Dave & Buster's match of the week was for the United World Tag Team titles, and we're going to cover it all here in just a few moments. But first, my lovely Maria returns to the podcast, and we have a lot to talk about, including this Saturday's Drive-In Spooktacular, presented by Pro Shingle, and it does benefit the Hero Empowerment Center and the Heal the Hood Foundation of Memphis. First off, we're going to get a big update on the pregnancy. I know you guys hear me talk about it, but we're going to hear it straight from her today. And so many of you ask about our Christmas decorations being already put up and it's not even Halloween. It's her fault. I blame her. So we're going to see what she has to say about that. Everything that's going on with the women's division saga, she knew it from the beginning. She never trusted Nikko Marquez, and we're going to see exactly how badly she wants to take him to Slap City. And of course, the big Halloween Spooktacular coming up on Saturday, along with the patio after party at Kooky Canuck. Let's not waste any time. Let's get right to it. My Maria is up next.
The all-new Championship Wrestling Podcast is presented by Be Free CBD.
Are you nervous at all about Nikko?
I'm hoping that he has turned over a new leaf, and I feel like the contracts that he brought over was kind of like a little, just kind of like putting his words of apology into paper. And
BeFreeCBD.com joins forces with Championship Wrestling to help you be and feel your best.
Hey, Rhea.
Hey, Dustin.
How are you?
I'm feeling pretty pregnant.
Well, I'm glad you said that because the first thing that everybody asks, every live chat or live reaction, is they ask, how are you doing with the pregnancy? So how far along are you? I tell them every week, but they want to hear from you. So
You
tell us
don't
the
know
stuff.
how far along I am.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, right.
I'm at every doctor's appointment. I know
I'm not
everything.
saying that, but you're like, oh, are we 32 weeks? Are we 36 weeks? Are we 35 weeks?
Well, we have about 3 weeks left.
We have roughly, yeah. So we're doing good. Finish line is near.
Everybody wants to know about the Christmas decorations. Because when I do the live reaction before Halloween, and it's Halloween week, and we have Christmas decorations up, that's always the question, is what in the world is going on?
Look, well, first of all, it's my house. I'll decorate it however I want to decorate it, regardless of what you think or what any of them think. But
putting
there
Christmas
is
decorations up before Halloween.
But I agree to you to an extent, but this year's circumstances are a little bit different. My due date is literally the week of Thanksgiving, and I'm really pregnant right now. And so anytime I can get the energy to do something, I just need to go ahead and do it.
So it was either get them up or not get them at all.
Or you could do it. And I'm not sure. It might be a funny looking tree, but I don't think that it would be the best looking tree.
I was actually going to put a pumpkin on top of the tree as the tree topper.
You probably did. That's probably what happened to the top of my lights up there.
So just so everybody knows, the top of the tree, the lights went out this week, and nobody knows why. So just to tell you about our house, when you walk up to the front door, there are 4 pumpkins outside. And then when you walk in, there's a Christmas tree with Christmas lights and stockings and everything else.
You know, that's the other thing is I normally put up like 4 trees and only put up 1 tree this year.
That's true. So where's our fun tree?
It's in the storage unit.
Were you not going to put that one up?
No, you're more than welcome to do that, though, if you would like.
It's time to move on because you gave me the death stare. And speaking of the death stare, Nikko Marquez has been getting the death stare a lot. And this whole saga with the CeCe Chanel contract and her coming to Memphis on Saturday. Tell everybody your thoughts on this whole Nikko Marquez thing real quick.
If they've been watching the show, they know how I feel about Nikko. I've felt this way about Nikko for a long time. I actually kind of cheered when he got hit by the bottle.
Oh, yeah.
I think we all might have cheered just a little bit. It's 2020. What year is he living in? I don't know.
Well, CeCe Chanel is allowed to come wrestle in Memphis on Saturday.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
And just so everybody knows, Nikko does not have the authority to cancel the women's division. He doesn't have the authority to cancel the women's championship, which I cannot wait to crown our first ever women's champion. But then on this Saturday, Halloween Day at 3 p.m., we have the Championship Wrestling Drive-In Spooktacular presented by Pro Shingle and benefiting the Hero Empowerment Center. You and I have been quarantining and socially distancing and wearing masks and all that stuff. So tell us your thoughts, because they know my thoughts, on the big drive-in spooktacular that we have coming up.
Well, you know, I'm pretty nervous about most events, but this event I feel pretty good about. From, you know, individualized bags of candy to the drive-in and not really having any chairs or anything like that. Like, it should be one of the safest events that you could possibly do right now.
And on Saturday, we were actually out on site at Ground Zero of the Hero Empowerment Center at the drive-through movie, Meteor Man.
Can you say Ground Zero?
That's what they're calling it.
Oh, okay.
But we were there for Meteor Man, and people, probably 20, 30 cars pulled up and watched Meteor Man.
Yeah, that was good. They had a good little turnout.
Everybody that went to the food truck had their masks on.
Yeah, everybody did.
So very, very cool. It's going to be very similar this week. Now, you can get out of your car, but we do encourage that you wear the mask. And then also, the after party is even socially distant and safe over at Kooky Canuck in Cordova. Halloween is our thing.
I know. So it's really hard to be quarantined right now.
Let's talk about the Halloween costumes, because we've been the Rock and Roll Express. We've been Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth.
Yeah, we've been a lot of wrestlers.
We've been Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein. And people are starting to see these for the first time ever on our YouTube channel. And they love it.
And we also did Johnny Bravo and Velma.
Yeah, you're such hot. Every costume that you are, you're so hot. Like Robert Gibson is so hot, and Thelma is so hot.
I'm just there to have fun. I'm not there to look good. I look good every day in life, so
Last year,
have to look.
we were dressed up on the show, so this year, I think people are going to get a sneak peek on this podcast, if you're watching it on YouTube, at exactly what our costumes are going to be.
Yeah, I've kind of slacked this year, but...
Kinda.
What do you want me to do? I'm not going into stores. I'm not, leaving the house. I haven't really left the house since March. I'm, lucky enough to be able to work from home, so...
I would say that not very much fits right now, but I don't want to get slapped.
Well, you already know that. I don't have a whole lot of clothes right now that fit.
All right, just wrapping
Even
things
the
up.
maternity clothes.
There's actually a funny story where you put on a party dress for one of these shoots and couldn't zip the back.
Yeah, but you can't see the back, so you never know if my clothes are zipped up all the way or not.
All right, well, just wrapping things up. All the people that are listening to the podcast and that watch the show every week, give them a little shout out here and just what do you have to say to them?
I don't know. Shout out to you guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in every week. Thanks for being really good fans. A lot of you guys have sent baby gifts, and that's awesome and unexpected, so thank you for that.
Never in a million years would I have thought that people that we've never met in person would send baby gifts, but we had our entire dining room stacked to the top, to the ceiling.
Yeah, I've got most of it organized now, but...
with boxes from Amazon and all kinds of stuff.
The Amazon guy has definitely made his pay with us.
And he's good, too. Like, he'll hide stuff behind the plants.
He does.
When we're not here.
I'm going to get a rug that says, hide these packages from my husband and see what he does, because I feel like he would hide them from you.
All right, well, everybody that's interested in saying hello to Maria in person, she will be at the Drive-In SPOOKtacular.
But you need to stand 6 feet away from me.
6 feet away, of course. Honk your horn at her, whatever the case
Don't
may
honk
be.
your horn at me. Baby Reese might jump.
Oh, my gosh. Anyways, thanks, Rhea.
Bye.
The Championship Wrestling Rewind is brought to you by Be Free CBD.
Last week on Championship Wrestling, Nikko Marquez continued his saga with the women's division, but Heather Monroe and Houston Body weren't fooled by the new contracts.
Do not sign anything that Nikko Marquez puts in front of you. He is a liar, a thief, and a misogynist. And we are doing the Lord's work here, people.
And it didn't end there.
I have a special plan for Heather Monroe and Halston Body. Okay?
What's that?
Well, it's going to be a match during the Halloween episode, and it's going to be a body bag match.
A body bag match on our Halloween special?
Challenge accepted.
And it is not gonna be some boring old body bag match. It'll be a Halston body bag match.
Along with the return of Anthony Idol and the debut of Max Caster, our Drive-In SPOOKtacular main event match of the week was for the United World Tag Team titles.
What's he got?
What's he got there? He poured something on that cloth. Oh, my God. He's out. He's completely out.
All that and so much more on the fastest hour in pro wrestling. Watch episode 82 in full on our official YouTube channel at CW30 Wrestling.
Halloween Day will never be the same. Bring your carload to the Championship Wrestling Drive-In.
Spooktacular.
Presented by Pro Shingle. Tickets are on sale now at ChampionshipWrestlingMemphis.com. The Championship Wrestling Lookout is brought to you by Be Free CBD.
A lot to look forward to and a lot of fun coming up. And remember, it's all socially safe and socially responsible. We're going to be masking up and keeping our distance, but having a lot of fun while we're doing it. Starting this Saturday, Halloween Day, it's the Championship Wrestling Drive-In SPOOKtacular presented by Pro Shingle and benefiting the Hero Empowerment Center. We've already talked a lot about that, so you can get your ticket at ChampionshipWrestlingMemphis.com, but also don't forget about our official patio after party at Kooky Canuck in Cordova.
Kooky Canuck in Cordova is the official outdoor after-party destination of Championship Wrestling.
Come hang out with your favorite wrestling stars outside and socially distant at our patio after party.
Be sure to wear your costume. We will see you there.
That patio after party is free to attend and all ages are welcome. Wear your costume, and remember, masks are required along with social distancing. Even though we will be outside on the patio, we want to be as safe as possible. Come hang out with your favorite wrestlers, and don't forget that following Monday, that's November 2nd, we're back at Sidecar Cafe for Pro Wrestling Trivia, 7 p.m. bell time, and the returning champs will be in the house to defend their title. Wrestling Trivia returns to Sidecar Cafe on Monday, November 2nd at 7 p.m.
Register your team at championshipwrestlingmemphis.com and you'll get a free appetizer.
Team Canada was victorious last time. Can your team dethrone the champs? And then the next Saturday, November 7th, Dave and Buster's in Memphis goes elite.
Dave and Buster's goes elite! Watch AEW Full Gear. It's free. Join us Saturday, November 7th and get a free game card. Dave & Buster's Wolf Chase.
Remember, all wrestling watch parties will be played for free at Dave & Buster's, including AEW Full Gear. Man, that's a $60 pay-per-view you get to watch absolutely free. And of course, every Thursday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, you can catch me on Sports 56 mornings talking professional wrestling. You can listen live anywhere in the world, or you can listen on podcast at sports56whbq.com. Then, every Thursday around noon, it's an all-new Grind City Wrestling. You can listen to all of our archives and Thursday's edition, grindcitymedia.com/podcast. This Thursday, you can join us for the best wrestling we've watched all week. Plus, we'll revisit the best theme songs in professional wrestling. And of course, Saturday at noon, we're back with the fastest hour in pro wrestling, and it's our Halloween special. Last Saturday, we found out Nikko Marquez's new contract for CeCe Chanel was to be his personal assistant. Yeah. There was also a challenge issued to Heather Monroe, and they upped the ante. They upped the stakes. It's going to be a Houston body bag match, and Nikko has a mystery opponent for Heather Monroe, and there's no telling what he has up his sleeve. Plus, Beef Candy will be in the house. Chris Dickinson returns to action, the Dirty Daddy himself, and Watts will respond to Miguel's intimidation tactic just before he makes his way to our drive-in spooktacular. All that and so much more on our Halloween special.
Saturday at noon, it's our Championship Wrestling Halloween special presented by Pro Shingle.
Our spooktacular match of the week is a women's division Houston body bag match featuring Heather Monroe.
Saturday at noon on CW30.
Thanks for listening to the Championship Wrestling Podcast presented by BeFreeCBD.com.
Be free CBD. Pain on, pain gone.
Thank you so much for joining me again this week on the Championship Wrestling Podcast presented by Be Free CBD. We can't wait to see everyone at the Championship Wrestling Drive-In Spooktacular presented by Pro Shingle and again benefiting the Hero Empowerment Center this Saturday, 3 p.m. bell time in Memphis. Remember, you can get your tickets right now at championshipwrestlingmemphis.com, or you can pay when you roll up just like a drive-in movie. One low price gets your entire carload or truckload in for all the action. Wear your best costume. Go ahead and grab that this week at PartyWorks, the official sponsor of our kids' costume contest. That's PartyWorksTN.com. And remember, Be Free CBD is open in Collierville, Tennessee. Go check them out at their Wellness Center, 777 West Poplar Avenue. Stop by and say hello. Give them an oh yeah. And if you already take CBD, or if you've been thinking about trying it, or if you're out of the Memphis market, you can still order at BeFreeCBD.com and get all the information and get educated on the benefits of CBD. Thanks to my Maria for joining me here today. Woo! She always has a way with words, doesn't she? But it's always good to hear from her because you guys hear my point of view so much and you see her as well, so it's always a fun time. Stay up to date and informed on everything Championship Wrestling by following us at CW30 Wrestling and subscribe to our official YouTube channel. Man, we have new videos every single day. Again, that's at CW30 Wrestling. I am fired up about our Halloween special, and I'm fired up about our drive-in spooktacular. Can't wait to see you on Saturday, and until then, I am Dustin Starr saying, so long, everybody.